What's going on, Kidbrother? This is Melanie. Thank you so much for your video. It was long, and you know what? When I first saw that it was going to be 90-something minutes, I was like, oh no, I fast-forwarded through this, so I ain't go watch it. But it was chock full of information, and I so appreciate your taking the time to kind of lay things out. I think Soul and Black kind of tried to lay things out without being, a total monster about it. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all suggestions. I am always open to learn new things and hear insight from others. I am in a relationship with an alpha male, but I will say this. I don't want to get married again. And I know I sound like a cynic maybe, or maybe I sound like a battered woman who's bitter. I don't want to get married again. Like I told Soul and Black in one of my response videos, I feel that a person only gets one shot at marriage. And if it doesn't work out, then you used up your marriage chip. And I think that I get that from my religion, from being a Christian. And maybe I'm misinterpreting the word or whatever, but that's how I feel about that. As far as not having children, I know that goes against every part of the Bible. But it is what it is, based on my experiences and what I've seen, and there's no way I was going to do that. No way. Okay, so let's get back to this. The black man having to put up with black man bashing from the media and even his own woman, the black woman. I can't refute that. There's nothing I can say to refute that or to say that you're not right, because you are. Am I sad about it? Yes, I am. I'm sad that you're right. I'm sad that things are the way they are. All I can say is all women are not like that. All black women are not like that. And I'm glad you found a woman for yourself. Be she black, white, whatever. So you were talking about how the world has turned against the black man. And, the more I'm on Gen X, the more I see the other side of the coin. I see the black male perspective. And like I said in another response video, I didn't even know there was a gender war. That was not even a part of my world. So when I got on Gen X and I heard all of these negative things being said about black women, I was like, oh my God. Now, yeah, I listen to rap music and I hear my brothers calling us bitches and hoes and all of that. That rolls off my back. I really, I take each person as they present themselves to me. So, I let that roll off my back. But to hear so much anger toward the black woman, I felt like I needed to step up, and say something. I just couldn't just listen to it and just kind of sit idly by, because I have some questions with respect to this whole gender war, and it's good that you and Soul and Black are enlightening me as far as some of the things that you feel that are going on, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Let's see. So Soul and Black termed a phrase. What is it? Black men collective conscious. Okay, I'm with that. If you feel, if the black man feels that he needs to stick together with other black men and put up this wall of silence, or kind of turn your back on black women because you feel like you're not getting your, not being respected and treated in the manner in which you should, I understand that, but black male collective conscious. Wow. And the funny thing is that I can't really say anything about that, because honestly, I've been in conversations where I said, oh girl, men ain't they ain't they dogs, they don't treat their women right. I can't even say that I have not been in conversations like that, because I have. So when I hear the same thing done by men, it's kind of shocking. It's like, what? They're turning the tables and doing the same thing? Wow, I don't like that. But I understand a little bit more. And, you know, let me just say this. When I tried to get video access, or access to uploading videos to Gen X, I spoke with someone and said, if this is an all-boys network kind of deal, just tell me and I'll exit stage left. You know, and this person was like, no, you know, we do have other things going on this channel aside from what you were talking about, because he said, besides what you're talking about. And what he meant was what I was saying with respect to my experience on Gen X so far. So, you know, if I'm busting in on an all-boys network, I'll say it right now. Let me know and I will exit stage left. But as long as I watched your videos, you guys, I want to at least give the black woman a voice. And even though y'all think she has crashed and burned and you have exited stage left on her, I still want to be heard. And if that's wrong, then, you know, sue me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's wrong, then I'm wrong, because I just can't sit idly by as a black woman and hear all these things and not say anything. I mean, would you have me do that? Really? Really? Okay. You talk about how black men shouldn't let their guard down. And based on what I've seen on this website, I don't think any black men are letting their guards down. But I know there are some out there who, you know, are trying to make it with black women, who are trying to deal, you know, and let their guards down. And I'm sure some of them are browbeaten and talked down to, and, you know, treated like they're like they should be subservient to women, and, you know, put all these negative thoughts in their head about who they are and what they represent. I'm sure, but I'm sure that there are some really good black relationships. Now, Solon Black said in one of his videos that, or was it you? I think, was it you? I think it was you, Kidbrother, where you talked about how Obama isn't black. But then you say in another thought, you talk about how no matter who a black man sleeps with, that child is going to be black. So either he's black or he's not. I'm just saying. And correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I misunderstood what you were saying. And now this was hardcore. I had to grab my pearls and say, oh my God, he is so right. Where you talk about if black people want 100% black children, they should go back to Africa. Case in point, I'm sure, I mean, duly noted. Yes, you're correct. Let's see. And I do understand the frustration of the black man. I guess, you know, you don't really know what someone is going through until you walk in their shoes. And while I've not been able to walk in a black man's shoes, I think that I see what's going on. I guess now that I've been on Gen X, I see where the black man is coming from. And if you guys speak for the black man, then man, black women are really in trouble. We are in trouble. And I know that we seem like we're independent. Well, I set myself aside from that, but I do take care of myself. So I don't know if that's beating the independent drum. I don't think so. Not for me anyway, because I know what my partner relationships are like. But if I know black women have to be independent, and you talk about how we're being brainwashed or whatever into believing that we're queens, and, you know, and in essence turning our back on our kings or not giving them king status. Wow. You said so much. I'm trying to remember everything you said, and I mean, I was like this, listening to your video. Oh, and I did hear, I'm all over the place. I'm just speaking as it comes. I did see your video on Confessions of a Black Woman, I think it was. I saw it when it was on Gen X, and I responded too. I don't know if you saw my response. It was an interesting video, and I was shocked at the end, of course, as I'm sure most of your viewers were. Okay, back to the thing. Black women are at fault for not supporting their black men. I think that goes both ways, kind of. And I hope I'm not offending you, because I know if you call yourself GeneralBacklash, whoo, I do not want to see that, ever. But I do think that it goes both ways. I think the black man let the black woman down, and the black woman let the black man down. And I think there's some blame on each side. But you are right when you talk about how the black woman is essentially in control, not in necessarily beating her independent drum, but keeping her legs closed, expecting more from the black man, which we do now. We do now expect more from the black man, and that's part of the problem I'm getting from you. But as far as keeping our legs closed and not dropping babies every 5 seconds, and not getting with the Pookie and Ray Rays and all of that, you got me, or you got us, or however I want to say it. Point duly noted and correct as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Oh, when you talked about how you're men first before you're black. Wow. I guess I'm having epiphanies every time I hear a video from you guys. Well, particularly you and Soul in Black, and there may be a couple of more. But yeah, so yeah, I guess as black women we need to think that way. But like you said, white men don't want us. You want their women, but white men don't really want us. And we're giving as black women, we're giving ourselves the short end of the stick by even thinking that we're so independent that we don't need a man or whatever. I know I need a man. I know I need a man. Because I like the give and take of a relationship between two people who understand one another. And you talked about, oh, I already addressed that. Okay. It was really interesting to hear you talk about how your mother is fed up with black women too. And is that where that video came from? The confession letter that you did? It's really interesting because, back in her time, I'm assuming that's like 1 or 2 generations ago. I don't know. I think you said you're 43, so your mother, I don't know if she's from the South, but she sounds like an old school, loving black woman who's not been cityfied or, anything like that. So you're blessed to have her in this day and age, because I always go back 2 generations when I think of the kind of black woman I want to be in my relationships with others. So for you to only have to go back 1 generation says a lot about your mother. Let's see. The fact that she was in the Black Panther era and then had to do a complete about-face, because of the times and the way things are today, and her having a son that she wanted to be okay, safe, happy, and healthy. That is really sad. It's sad that she had to do a complete about-face, but it is what it is. I mean, and I don't mean to make light of it, but it is what it is. And I guess, wow, I don't even know what to say, because on one hand I'm thinking, well, yeah, you should raise your child and let him know that he should go, he should just be loving, be it a black woman, a white woman, an Asian woman, all this. But then the black woman in me is like, God, if we could just stick together, but I know I'm idealistic, so, I guess I can't blame your mother. And who's to say that if I were a mother, I wouldn't say the exact same thing, especially coming from a family where there have been plenty biracial marriages. I just don't think it was for me, because I don't think I'd be able to relate to another race the way I would be able to relate to someone of my own color. Who's to say? Maybe I could. I just, not yet. So far, I'm happy where I am, in a relationship where I am, and doing what I'm doing. But if something should happen to this relationship, knock on wood, I don't know if I could cross that color line. I don't know. And maybe I am. I don't know. So I won't even speak any further on that, because time has a way of making people do things they never thought they would do. So I respect your mother for, being woman enough to tell you that, what, our race isn't doing very good, and our black women are not what I would like for you to be with, so leave your options open. Or maybe she didn't say it exactly that way. Don't quote me. I'm not quoting her. But basically, leave your options open. That was a very loving thing for your mother to do. And so the men's MRA. So I'm learning about this even on YouTube from Caucasian men who are saying that the vagina is, is the devil, and that they want to walk away from that, so to speak. Not be in relationships with the opposite sex. Stardust, Barbarossa are just two of the MRA people that I am subscribed to on YouTube, because I like to hear a little bit of something from every side, and while I heard them, I didn't really hear us talk about it. So it was just kind of like a slap in the face, because when they talked about them doing it, I was like, okay, well, okay. But then I came to Gen X, and it was like, we do that too? Yeah, I think they say vagina is the enemy. Girl writes what is so wise, and she's talking about publishing a book. And that's something I would like to read. And I always, whenever I hear her talk about women this and women that, and women this and women that, as if she's the exception. And I even asked her on one of her videos, do you think are you speaking as a woman, or do you think you're the exception? She didn't respond back, but now that I'm on Gen X and I'm getting a taste of it myself, I don't even want to be put in that same pool as the black women that you're talking about, that offend you so much. But I am a black woman, so I have to, pick up some of it, because I have done some of it. And the fact that you said that bashing is your way of giving out tough love. Okay, I hear you. I just wish that we all could hear you at the same time, because man, it's just so messed up. It's just messed up. Things are just so messed up. And like I said, I wasn't there until I got on Gen X, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what's happening in our community. Oh my God. Yes, I know about the independent black woman, and I have independent black women who beat their drums as friends, but to hear how pissed off and how tired of it that black men are, and how affected by it they are, just blows me away. You talk about dating whomever or whatever as a person, not as a race. Yeah, I do see that, and duly noted. You talked about how black girls need to keep their legs closed. It's her fault that we are in this position. Seriously, you think it's all the black woman's fault? All of the black woman's fault? Really? It couldn't be all of our fault. All of our faults? I mean, it's all of our fault, huh? Black men don't have any hand in that at all. Are you serious? I don't know. Comment below on that. Because you seem like someone who would know better. I mean, I don't think that any side should have all the blame. I don't think any side should have all the blame. So I disagree with you there. My molestation nightmare. Okay, so you see my videos on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. I subscribe to your YouTube channel. I wouldn't recommend you subscribe to mine because it's mostly weight loss and trivial stuff. I do have another channel that I'm trying to develop. It's called A Little Bit of Truth, but I haven't really posted any videos on that channel yet. And those are the videos that I want to consider serious, you know, that kind of make a person want to think or hear my views or whatever. But as far as my molestation nightmare is concerned, yeah, I'll be candid, I'll be honest. Yeah, I know that she knew. And she knows that she knew. And we even told her, and she was still in denial. So that whole thing, yeah, you're right. And it was my stepfather. And my father got us out of that home once he found out. Let's see. Yeah, I just talked about how Barack Obama is black, considering that 1% rule. He's black and he's with a black woman. So I don't know how he pulled that off. And I'm sure as a black man, you probably don't know how he pulled that off. But is Michelle Obama the average black woman? No, she's not. She went to an Ivy League school. As far as I know, as far as I think I'm right. She went to an Ivy League school, and so you know she knows about independence and all of that. So how they make it work, I have no idea. But I bet she is of the patriarchal mindset, because I don't think Barack would have it any other way, or President Obama would have it any other way. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This was so funny. I mean, you said there's hope for you, sister, or there's hope for you, Melanie, or something like that. Well, I would hope so, because at this age, I would hope that there's some hope for me yet. I'm open to relationships within my race, but as far as age is concerned, I typically go with older guys, I have to say, because I'm looking for that patriarchal kind of thing, and usually it's men older than me that, you know, can have that or can do that for me, and, you know, me in return do what they need for them. Older men typically. I don't know, something about dealing with younger men, that just never turned me on. I've never found one who was, I don't want to say impressed, because you might take that the wrong way, but who, I guess I'll say, turned me on in that way, I mean mentally as well as physically and emotionally. Wow, that's it. And I know that this video is all over the place. I'm kind of like scatterbrained here, but I just want to say thank you so much, Kidbrother, for your kind, that I should volunteer. You mentioned that I should volunteer and that I should get therapy. Yes, I have a therapist. I have a psychiatrist. As far as mentoring, I never wanted to put my baggage on a young kid, which is one of the reasons why I myself don't have children. So as far as, you know, dealing with the Battered Women's Network, sure. But I always wanted to be a big brother, big sister kind of person. But considering my baggage and my history, I thought it would probably be best for me to not even go there. Because who knows what they might pick up from me, you know? I think big brothers and big sisters of America are for those people who are living the dream, you know? 2.5 kids, 2-car garage, nice house, in good relationships. And again, I'm an idealist, so you would expect me to say something like that, hopefully. But yeah, as far as volunteering on hotlines and battered women's networks? Yes. Do I have a psychiatrist? Yes. What else did I want to say? Oh, I was saying thank you so much for your candor and for handling me with kid gloves, because I know you probably could have yelled and screamed at the top of your lungs, and it would have shocked me. I would have been like, oh my God. So I'm glad I didn't have to go, oh my God. Actually, some of the things you were saying were quite hilarious about this serious subject, and I appreciated that as well. And I guess I can also say our loss is your fiance's gain. I don't know if Soul in Black is partnered or if he's in a relationship or not. And one of the main reasons I say that is because you're angry with the black woman and all of that, but you can still talk to a black woman in a way that is not disrespectful, and you're not lumping me in with all black women. I know you mentioned, Kidbrother, that I said some of the usual things, the guilt tactics and the I guess the main thing that stuck with me was the guilt tactics, and I do recall making a statement to Sarge WP that obviously a black woman had hurt him. I don't know if it's your mother or who. I did make that statement. I still feel strongly about that statement. Someone hurt him, and I don't know, maybe someone hurt you and Soul in Black, or maybe you're just tired of watching on the sidelines while your brothers are getting hurt. I don't know, but I have to say that I do still stand by that statement. Let's see, what else? I think that's basically it. I really enjoyed your video. It was so long, and I enjoyed every minute of it, really. I enjoyed your confessions letter video too. You really do some great videos, and I don't know if sometimes you're yelling and screaming or whatever, but I haven't seen that side yet, knock on wood. But the sides that I have seen and the videos that I have seen, I would love to see more of them. And I said about 10 billion times. I am so sorry. But thank you so much for being open to sharing with me or trying to bring to light some things that I needed to know with respect to the black man's position. And I hope to talk to you again soon in other videos. And that's it. Bye.